Remember to show your appreciation for the tale by liking the video, sharing your reflections in the comments, and subscribing to journey with us through our latest adventures. On a Tuesday morning, the world awoke under a blanket of gray skies, with a gentle drizzle whispering against the windows. It was one of those days that beckoned you to linger in the warmth of your bed, cradling a steaming cup of tea and losing yourself in the pages of a good book. At the age of 52, I found myself nestled in a quaint little house on Maplewood Lane. It was a charming street where the neighbors exchanged friendly nods and warm smiles, yet beneath the surface, a veil of distance lingered, as if everyone was a part of a grand tale, but no one truly knew the story of the others. We waved to one another, shared a few friendly words, and now and then, we would ask to borrow a cup of sugar, but that was the extent of our interactions. In the quiet rhythm of existence, life unfolded with a sense of certainty, wrapped in the warmth of familiarity. Yet, beneath the surface, a whisper of solitude lingered, casting a shadow over the comfort that surrounded me. On that particular morning, I found myself seated at my kitchen table, gazing out at the garden, drenched in the gentle embrace of the rain. In the garden, the hydrangeas unfurled their vibrant blue petals, each droplet of water clinging to them like a precious gem. Nearby, the grand oak tree stood tall, its branches dancing softly in the whispering breeze, creating a serene symphony of nature. As I sat there, enveloped in the warmth of my chamomile tea, my mind wandered through the realms of contemplation, when suddenly, a gentle knock echoed through the stillness of the room. In that moment, I found myself taken by surprise, for I had not anticipated the arrival of anyone. In the bustling heart of the city, my son David was weaving his own tale, engrossed in the vibrant tapestry of his life. Meanwhile, my friends, each caught in the intricate dance of family and work, were also swept away in their own stories. With a brief pause, I placed my cup gently on the table and made my way toward the door. As I turned the handle and swung the door wide, a wave of astonishment washed over me at the sight of my neighbor, Mr. Thompson, standing before me. Once upon a time, there stood a tall man, gracefully aged in his late 60s. His silver hair shimmered like moonlight, and his kind eyes sparkled with warmth and wisdom. He lived just 2 doors down, and over the years, we had shared a few fleeting words, but our connection remained as light as a whisper in the wind. In his hands, he cradled a small, wrapped package, a hint of nervousness flickering across his face, an unusual sight for one so typically composed. As the first light of dawn crept through the window, he turned to Linda, greeting her with a voice that was both inviting and tinged with uncertainty. "Good morning, Linda," he said, warmth lacing his words, yet a hint of hesitation lingered in the air. "I trust I'm not interrupting your peace." "Not at all," I replied, a smile dancing upon my lips. "How may I assist you today, Mr. Thompson?" "Please call me Henry," he said, a warm smile gracing his lips as he spoke. "Texta, I couldn't help but observe the dedication you've been pouring into your garden these days. It seems you possess a remarkable gift for nurturing life in the garden." A soft chuckle escaped my lips. It certainly occupies my time. In moments of stillness, I discover a soothing embrace that calms my spirit. With a thoughtful nod, he extended his hand, revealing the package nestled within his grasp. As I wandered through the vibrant stalls of the farmers' market this past weekend, a delightful sight caught my eye, and in that moment, you came to mind. It's a small token, a simple gesture meant to bring a glimmer of joy to your day. In that moment, I found myself utterly astonished. It had been many years since I had received a gift that touched my heart in such a profound way. As I grasped the package, I could sense its weight resting in my palms, a tangible promise of what lay within. Gratitude fills the air as I express my thanks to you, dear Henry. Such kindness flows from your heart. With a hesitant shuffle of his feet, he appeared almost bashful, as if the weight of the world rested on his shoulders. And so, I shall allow you to return to the unfolding of your morning's tale. May your day be filled with joy, dear Linda. Text, I bid you farewell, as I observed him turn and make his way down the path, returning to the familiar embrace of the sidewalk. With a gentle click, I shut the door behind me, my heart racing with anticipation as I carefully peeled away the layers of the package. Within its confines lay a stunning ceramic planter, adorned with intricate paintings of delicate flowers and winding vines, each stroke telling a story of nature's beauty. It was precisely the sort of thing I would have chosen for myself. As I let my fingers glide across the smooth surface, a whirlwind of emotions stirred within me. Gratitude danced alongside curiosity, while an elusive feeling lingered just out of reach, teasing my thoughts. As the afternoon sun began to wane, I felt a gentle urge to bring a touch of life to my porch. With careful hands, I chose a small fern, cradling it tenderly before placing it in the planter, ready to greet the world outside. As I toiled away, my gaze would often wander down the street, drawn to the familiar silhouette of Henry's house. It dawned on me that my knowledge of him was rather scant, limited to the fact that he was a widower and had called Maplewood Lane home for as long as I had. The following day dawned bright and promising, and with a heart full of nostalgia, I set about baking a warm batch of oatmeal cookies, a cherished recipe passed down from my grandmother. With the sweet aroma wafting through the air, I made my way down the path to Henry's house, eager to share a taste of tradition. As he opened the door, a look of surprise danced across his face, quickly replaced by a warm smile of delight. Text, as I extended the plate of cookies, I felt a wave of gratitude wash over me, and I spoke with warmth. I wanted to thank you for the planter. What a truly considerate offering it was. With a gentle smile, his eyes danced with joy, crinkling at the corners like the pages of a well-loved book. Your gesture was not necessary, yet it fills my heart with gratitude. Would you care to step inside and share a warm cup of coffee with me? After a brief pause, I found myself nodding in agreement. That would be quite delightful. In a cozy abode where warmth embraced all who entered, bookshelves stood like loyal sentinels along the walls, and the gentle crackle of a fireplace filled the living room with a welcoming glow. In the warm embrace of his kitchen, we gathered around the table, cups of steaming coffee in hand, as the conversation flowed like a gentle river. We meandered through topics of gardening, shared tales of distant travels, and exchanged our cherished stories woven within the pages of our favorite books. To my astonishment, the ease of our conversation flowed like a gentle stream, and a warm comfort enveloped me whenever he was near. As I strolled along the familiar path home that evening, a profound realization washed over me how deeply I had longed for this kind of connection. It was more than merely the present or the sweet treats. In that moment, it was as if Henry had cast a spell of awareness, lifting me from the shadows of mere existence, recognizing me as more than just the woman who resided 2 doors down. On that quiet night, as I nestled beneath the covers, my mind wandered to the surprising warmth of my neighbor's kindness, a gesture that had reached deep into my heart, stirring emotions I had not anticipated. In a moment that seemed almost inconsequential, a small gesture unfolded before me, quietly unlocking a door to a realm of possibilities I had yet to discover, a treasure I hadn't even known I was longing for. In the days that unfolded after Henry's unexpected gift, there was a peculiar change in the air, as if the very fabric of reality had been gently tugged, unveiling hues and shades that had long eluded my gaze. As the clouds parted and the rain retreated, the sun emerged triumphantly, bathing Maplewood Lane in a warm, golden light. In the heart of my garden, a transformation unfolded, as if the very essence of nature had awakened. The flowers, once shy, now burst forth in vibrant hues, while the leaves donned a richer shade of green, celebrating the shift in the air. Perhaps it was merely my own perception, viewing the world through a fresh perspective. As the days passed, my thoughts began to wander more frequently to Henry. As we sat together, the warmth of the coffee cups cradled in our hands, our conversation flowed effortlessly, like a gentle stream meandering through a sunlit glade. It was more than merely the subjects we delved into. In that moment, it was as if he possessed a rare gift, the ability to truly hear me. Each word I spoke seemed to dance in the air, and he caught them all, treating them with the reverence they deserved. It was only when that connection appeared before me that I truly understood the depth of my longing for it. Just a few days later, as I tended to the roses in my garden, carefully pruning their delicate blooms, I suddenly became aware of footsteps echoing softly on the sidewalk nearby. As I lifted my gaze, there he was, Henry, making his way toward me, his hands tucked comfortably in his pockets, a warm smile lighting up his face. As the sun began to rise, casting a warm glow over the world, he paused at the boundary of my yard and greeted, "Good morning, Linda. Behold, the roses stand in all their glory, captivating the eye with their breathtaking beauty. What a remarkable gift you possess." With a gentle sweep of my hands across the fabric of my apron, I returned the smile, a warm exchange that spoke volumes without a single word. Gratitude fills the air as I express my thanks to you, dear Henry. They are the treasures of my heart, the shining stars that bring light to my days. Would you care to step inside and take a closer look? With a nod of understanding, he followed me through the gate as I gestured towards the enchanting array of colors, the deep reds that whispered of passion, the soft pinks that spoke of tenderness, and the creamy whites that radiated purity. With keen ears, he absorbed every word, his curiosity sparking questions as he marveled at the vibrant blossoms around him. After a moment's pause, he shared, "I've always dreamed of tending to a garden like this, yet patience has always eluded me." Her dedication was a sight to behold, a flame that burned brightly in the hearts of those who witnessed it. "It's not as hard as it appears," I said, a hint of reassurance in my voice. "With patience and a sprinkle of affection, great things can blossom." With a soft chuckle, he let the sound escape, a gentle ripple of amusement in the air. "Perhaps you could share some wisdom with me, guiding me through the lessons you hold dear." After a brief pause, I found the courage to respond, "I would be delighted to. Why not pay a visit tomorrow morning, and together we can embark on our journey?" His eyes sparkled with a newfound light. "That would be delightful." Gratitude fills the air as I extend my heartfelt thanks to you, Linda. As dawn broke, Henry made his entrance, punctual as ever, clad in a well-worn pair of jeans and a cozy flannel shirt that whispered tales of comfort and familiarity. With a gentle smile, I offered him a pair of gardening gloves, guiding his hands as we embarked on the journey of preparing the soil for planting. Side by side we toiled, our voices mingling in laughter as we dug into the earth, planted seeds of hope, and quenched the thirst of our budding garden. To my astonishment, the experience was filled with joy, and I discovered that I relished his company far more than I had ever anticipated. As the sun rose and set, the weeks unfurled like petals, and our gardening sessions blossomed into a cherished routine. In the gentle embrace of the morning light, we would gather, sometimes within the familiar walls of my home, other times in the warmth of his. Together, we would embark on the tasks that awaited our hands, united in purpose and camaraderie. It was not merely the plants that drew us together, it was the rich tapestry of conversations, the cherished moments we shared, and the blossoming connection that intertwined our lives. On a warm afternoon, as the sun cast its golden rays upon the freshly planted row of tulips in Henry's backyard, he proposed a delightful pause. "Let us rest a while on the porch," he said, inviting me to share in the tranquility of the moment. He emerged with a pitcher of chilled tea, and there we settled beneath the cool embrace of the shade, savoring our drinks as we observed the birds dance playfully around the yard. After a moment of reflection, he spoke, "You see, I've called this street home for more than 2 decades, yet I've never truly connected with those who live nearby. It seems that solitude has always been my companion, a quiet presence in the tapestry of my life." Text with a knowing nod, I grasped the essence of his words, the meaning resonating deep within me. I understand your sentiment well. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, It's all too simple to become ensnared in the cocoon of our own existence, losing sight of the vibrant souls who dwell just beyond our doorsteps. He cast his gaze upon me, a look of contemplation dancing across his features. It brings me joy to see you settled in, Linda. In your presence, this place has once more embraced the warmth of home. His words wove a spell around my heart, and I could feel a lump rise in my throat, heavy with emotion. Gratitude fills the air as I express my thanks to you, dear Henry. That holds great significance. We lingered in a tranquil hush, a serene stillness that wrapped around us like a warm blanket, one that required no words to fill the space between us. As the sun kissed my face with its warm embrace and the gentle breeze danced around me, a sense of tranquility washed over me, bringing with it a feeling of peace I hadn't known in ages. As the weeks unfolded, a bond blossomed between Henry and me, drawing us ever nearer. Our journey began with the simple exchange of gardening tips, but soon blossomed into something much richer. In the warmth of our gathering, we wove tales of our journeys, the cherished moments with our families, and the aspirations that danced in our hearts. It came to my attention that he had once walked the halls as a teacher before the sun set on his career. His heart danced to the rhythms of jazz music, and he held a tender affection for the charm of old movies. He shared with me the tale of his beloved late wife, Margaret, and the deep ache of longing that filled his heart in her absence. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, he turned to me with a wistful gaze and whispered, "She was the love of my life." In that moment, the world around us faded, leaving only the weight of his words hanging in the air. Once upon a time, I never imagined I would encounter a soul capable of stirring such feelings within me once more. As I gazed upon him, a deep ache settled in my heart, stirred by the sorrow woven into his voice. "Ah, I see the understanding dawn upon you. In the quiet moments, when the world feels heavy, one can truly understand the weight of losing a cherished soul." With a slow nod, he gazed into the distance, lost in thought. Yet, I believe she would find joy in witnessing me in this light, sharing moments with someone who brings a smile to my face. His words lingered in the air, echoing in my mind long after he had departed for the night. As I reclined in my bed, my gaze fixed upon the ceiling above, my thoughts wandered to Henry and the surprising bond that had blossomed between us. It was an unforeseen twist in the tale of my life, one that I had neither anticipated nor charted, yet it had woven itself into the very fabric of my existence. As I surrendered to the gentle embrace of slumber, a curious thought danced in my mind. Where would this adventure lead us next? Life, that grand tapestry woven with trials and tribulations, has a curious knack for putting us to the test. Wouldn't you agree? Just when you believe you've secured your place, an unexpected twist arrives to rattle your world. For Henry and me, it was as if the heavens had conspired to unleash a tempest, a grand storm that would change everything. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting a golden hue over the landscape, it was late September, and the air held a warmth that felt almost out of place for the season. As the seasons began their gentle dance, the leaves on the trees embarked on a transformation, adorning the neighborhood in a breathtaking tapestry of gold and red. As the days unfolded, Henry and I found ourselves entwined in a tapestry of shared moments, not merely tending to the garden, but also savoring meals together, losing ourselves in the magic of movies, and embarking on delightful day trips to charming nearby towns. In that moment, it seemed as though we were crafting a treasure, a bond that was genuine and profound. But then, as if summoned by the whispers of the wind, the storm rolled in. It began with a low, distant growl of thunder, a shadowy line of clouds creeping across the horizon. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the wind began to howl, and the rain poured from the heavens in torrents, drenching the earth below. As I gazed out from my living room window, the trees danced gracefully in the wind, while the rain drummed a relentless rhythm against the glass, creating a symphony of nature's embrace. As the power flickered, A dance of light and shadow played across the walls, teasing the senses. Once, twice, it hesitated, then succumbed to the inevitable, casting the house into a deep, enveloping darkness. In the dimness, I searched for a flashlight, my fingers brushing against its cool surface. With a flicker, I ignited a few candles, casting a warm glow that danced in the shadows, determined to embrace the moment despite the darkness surrounding me. Yet, as the tempest howled and the winds roared, an unsettling sensation took root deep within my heart, refusing to let go. And in that moment, a sound reached my ears. With a thunderous crash, the air was filled with the sharp sound of wood splintering, echoing through the silence. My heart soared, finding its way to my throat. With a sense of urgency, I snatched my raincoat and flashlight, bursting through the door into the tempest. The wind danced wildly around me, tugging at my hair, while the rain cascaded down, soaking me to the bone in mere moments. As I ventured forth, the sound beckoned me to Henry's abode, where I finally laid eyes upon the origin of the clamor. In the heart of his backyard stood a magnificent oak tree, a sentinel of nature's grandeur. But one fateful day, a fierce bolt of lightning descended from the heavens, striking the mighty tree with a thunderous roar. With a resounding crash, it succumbed to the storm's wrath, toppling and breaking through the very roof that sheltered him. As the moment unfolded, a sudden chill swept through me, and I felt my stomach plummet like a stone into the depths of uncertainty. Once upon a time, there was a man named Henry. With a burst of urgency, I called out as I hurried toward his front door. With each strike, my heart raced, echoing the urgency of the moment. "Henry, my dear friend, are you all right?" The door creaked open, revealing him standing there, visibly shaken yet miraculously unscathed. "Linda," he uttered, his voice laced with concern. "All is well with me, yet a great tree has made its way through the roof, leaving its mark upon my home." As I crossed the threshold, I flicked on my flashlight, illuminating the shadows that danced around me. The devastation unfolded before my eyes, far exceeding my expectations. In a dramatic turn of events, the mighty tree had burst through the corner of the living room, scattering debris in all directions like confetti in a storm. As the storm raged outside, the rain cascaded through the gaping hole in the roof, drenching the once cozy carpet and saturating the furniture with its relentless embrace. "We must find a way to escape this place," I urged, clutching his arm tightly. "Danger lurks in the shadows, a whisper of uncertainty that sends shivers down the spine." With a moment of uncertainty, he cast his gaze upon the chaos that surrounded him. "Yet, my humble abode," I interjected, "your house can be mended." "Alas, the night does not hold a place for you here. Come now, the adventure awaits at my humble abode." He chose silence, letting the moment hang in the air like a heavy fog, unbroken by words. With urgency in our hearts, I assisted him in collecting a handful of essentials, clothes that would shield him from the chill, medications that offered comfort, and a cherished photo of Margaret. Together, we braved the relentless downpour, making our way back to my house, each step a testament to our resolve. As we crossed the threshold, I offered him a towel and a fresh set of clothes, a small gesture of comfort in that moment. "Go, my friend, and change your attire," I urged with a gentle nudge. Once upon a time, in a cozy little kitchen, the promise of warmth filled the air as I decided to brew a pot of tea. As he descended the stairs once more, the warm aroma of chamomile tea wafted through the air, gently rising from the pot that simmered on the stove, while the fire danced and crackled in the hearth, casting flickering shadows around the room. He sank into the couch, a weary figure, his spirit weighed down by the burdens of the day. With a soft voice, he expressed his gratitude. "Thank you, Linda." In that moment, I found myself pondering the depths of uncertainty, for I truly cannot fathom the path I would have wandered had you not graced my life with your presence. With a gentle smile, I offered him a steaming mug of tea and settled into the chair beside him, the warmth of the moment wrapping around us like a cozy blanket. No need for gratitude, my friend. In the tapestry of life, it is the bonds of friendship that weave the most vibrant threads, guiding us through the storms and celebrating our joys. Such is the essence of companionship, a steadfast presence in our journey. In the hushed embrace of the moment, we lingered in silence, our ears attuned to the tempest raging beyond the walls and the gentle crackle of the fire, weaving warmth into the air. Though the power had yet to return, the candles danced with a warm, flickering glow, wrapping the room in a cozy embrace, a stark contrast to the turmoil that raged beyond the walls. As the evening wore on, Henry leaned back, a glimmer of nostalgia in his eyes. "You know," he began, "this takes me back to a night I shared with Margaret amidst the fury of the hurricane. In the bloom of youth, newlywed and filled with dreams, we found ourselves with little more than love to guide us. In the end, it was the bond we shared that truly mattered, and that alone was more than sufficient." A smile crept across my face, yet a lump began to rise in my throat, a bittersweet sensation stirring within me. She is truly a remarkable woman, full of wonder and strength. Once upon a time, there was a girl who existed in a world all her own. He spoke, his voice a gentle whisper. In countless ways, he brought her to mind, echoing her essence in every glance and gesture. His words swept through the air like a sudden gust of wind, catching me unawares, and a warm blush crept across my cheeks. Once upon a time, there was a character named Henry. He extended his hand towards me, his grip enveloping mine with a warmth that felt both reassuring and unwavering. "Linda, though the moment may not seem perfect, there's something I must share with you. In the tapestry of time, these past few months spent with you have woven a significance that transcends mere words. In the tapestry of my existence, you have woven threads of light, illuminating the shadows that once lingered. I find myself reluctant to let such brilliance fade away." As I gazed into his eyes, I beheld a world of sincerity and vulnerability, a reflection of his true self laid bare before me. My heart raced with a fervor that felt foreign, yet exhilarating, for it was not driven by fear or doubt this time. It sprang forth from the well of hope. "Henry," I whispered gently, "you have illuminated my life as well." It was a revelation, a gentle awakening, as I wandered through the days, unaware of the void that lingered within me. Then, like a breath of fresh air, you appeared, and in that moment, everything changed. He smiled, a slow and warm smile that filled my heart with joy. "Perhaps, in the spirit of collaboration, we can unravel this mystery side by side." As I nodded, a gentle wave of tranquility washed over me, wrapping me in its soothing embrace. Once upon a time, in a world woven with connections, there existed a powerful bond that brought souls together. As the tempest howled and roared beyond the walls, within, a warmth enveloped the space, as if the sun itself had chosen to shine brightly inside. As we nestled together, our hands intertwined, we shared whispers and laughter that danced through the night. The rain, a gentle companion, finally ceased its song, and with the arrival of dawn, the first rays of light began to peek through the windows, heralding a new day. As the sun rose on the morning following the tempest, the sky unveiled itself in a brilliant clarity, a day that whispered promises of new beginnings. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and the crispness of fallen leaves, while the sunlight pouring through my windows whispered of promises yet to come. As the sun began to rise, casting a warm glow through the kitchen window, Henry and I found ourselves seated at the table, cups of steaming coffee in hand and slices of toast slathered with jam before us. The memories of the night before lingered in the air, vivid and alive, weaving a tapestry of thoughts and emotions that we couldn't quite shake off. "I suppose it's time to reach out to the insurance company," Henry remarked, shattering the peaceful stillness that enveloped them, "and perhaps I should also summon a contractor to assess the damage." With a gentle nod, I extended my hand across the table, enveloping his in a warm squeeze. As we embark on this journey, we shall unravel the path before us, taking each step with care and purpose. With a gentle smile, his eyes sparkled, radiating warmth and gratitude. Oh, Linda, I often find myself pondering how my life would unfold without your presence by my side. There's no need to uncover that mystery, I said, a smile dancing on my lips as I met their gaze. In the days that followed, we joined forces, pouring our hearts into restoring Henry's house to its former glory. Once upon a time, an insurance adjuster arrived to survey the scene, carefully examining the damage that had unfolded. Soon after, a skilled contractor stepped in, ready to weave his magic and begin the repairs on the weary roof. Though it demanded much of our effort, there was a certain satisfaction in engaging in a task that not only required our hands, but also wove our hearts together in a deeper bond. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Henry and I found ourselves on my porch, weary yet content after a day spent clearing away the remnants of chaos and sifting through the memories held within our cherished belongings. The gentle breeze whispered tales of resilience as we gazed out over Maplewood Lane, where the day's labor slowly faded into the tranquil embrace of twilight. In the evening, the sky transformed into a magnificent canvas where vibrant pinks, fiery oranges, and deep purples danced together in a breathtaking display. And so it was that Henry, with a voice that pierced the stillness, broke the silence that hung in the air. In the quiet moments since our last conversation, your words have lingered in my mind, weaving through my thoughts like a gentle breeze. The idea of us unraveling this mystery together has taken root, and I find myself pondering it deeply. As I turned to face him, my heart fluttered in my chest, and he inhaled deeply, his face a canvas of seriousness intertwined with a glimmer of hope. My patience has run thin, Linda. In the grand tapestry of existence, time slips through our fingers like grains of sand, and I find myself reflecting on the moments I've wandered this path in solitude, far too many for my liking. In the depths of my heart, a longing stirs, a desire to be by your side, if you would welcome me into your world. As I stood there, a wave of emotion surged within me, causing tears to gather in my eyes. I quickly blinked them away, determined to capture every precious moment unfolding before me. Ah, Henry, my heart echoes your sentiments. For what felt like an eternity, I wandered through the shadows of solitude, unaware of the deep yearning within me. It wasn't until you stepped into my world that I truly understood the profound impact of your presence. As he extended his arm, his fingers enveloped mine, a warmth radiating from his steady grasp. And so the adventure begins. Come, let us weave a tapestry of life together, in whatever form it may take. As I nodded, a wave of tranquility washed over me, bringing with it a happiness that had eluded me for what felt like an eternity. Once upon a time, in a world where paths intertwined, there existed a powerful bond that brought souls together. In the days that came after, a tempest of feelings and choices swept through, leaving no heart untouched. Once upon a time, Henry's house underwent repairs, yet as the days turned into weeks, he found himself drawn to my home more and more. It was as if the threads of our lives began to weave together, creating a tapestry that felt like we were already sharing a life side by side. In the warmth of our conversation, we painted visions of the future, weaving dreams of intertwining our lives, embarking on adventures across distant lands, and sharing the gentle passage of time as we grew old side by side. In that moment, a whirlwind of emotions surged through the air, a blend of excitement, terror, and wonder, all intertwining to create an unforgettable experience. On a brisk October morning, we set out on a stroll through the neighborhood, reveling in the vibrant hues of autumn and the invigorating chill of the air. As we wandered together, fingers intertwined, a profound sense of peace washed over me, as if I had at last discovered where I truly belonged in this vast tapestry of life. As we strolled by a magnificent maple tree, its leaves ablaze in shades of fiery red, Henry mused, "I believe Margaret would have taken a liking to you." As I cast my gaze upon him, a wave of astonishment washed over me. "Is that so?" With a gentle nod, his eyes glimmered, filled with the warmth of cherished memories. She often spoke of the kind of companion I required, one who could challenge me and keep me alert, a soul with a gentle heart and an unwavering spirit. "Ah, dear Linda, it is you." Once more, tears welled up in my eyes, yet this time I allowed them to flow freely, unimpeded by the urge to blink them away. "Gratitude flows from my heart, dear Henry. Its significance to me is beyond what words can express." He came to a halt, pivoting to meet my gaze, and gently clasped both of my hands in his own. "Linda, though the years have passed and youth may have slipped through our fingers, I believe there are countless beautiful moments still waiting for us. I long to share each and every one of them by your side." With tears glistening in my eyes, I found myself smiling, enveloped by a joy so deep it felt like a bittersweet ache within my heart. Text: "Oh, how I long for that as well, dear Henry, more than words can express." He leaned in and kissed me then, a gentle, tender kiss that felt like a promise. In that moment, enveloped by the beauty of the season and the warmth of his love, I sensed that this was merely the beginning of something truly beautiful. As we strolled along, the warm sun casting its golden rays upon us and the crisp leaves crackling underfoot, a profound sense of gratitude washed over me. I cherished Henry, the life we were weaving together, and the serendipitous kindness that had guided us to this very moment. Life, with its unpredictable twists and turns, had tossed a few curveballs our way. Yet we stood resilient, braving the tempest and emerging on the other side, stronger than ever before. As I gazed into the horizon of what was yet to come, a deep certainty settled within me. No matter the trials that awaited us, we would stand side by side, united in our journey. For it is often in the quiet moments, when we are least prepared, that the most exquisite treasures of life reveal themselves, catching us by surprise and filling our hearts with wonder.